exciting day, boys and girls. I got rid of an old junk Sea-Doo trailer that I didn't have papers for, and I scored myself a Riva through-hull exhaust. So first things first was we had to tear this seat area off, which consisted of 6 10mm stainless steel bolts and nuts. We had some Torex coarse thread bits and a few just push tab things that my wife absolutely loves. She says everything should have hundreds of them. They're so fun to get out. So first thing we had to do was take the intercooler out, and then we want to get at that resonator box, get that out of there, and then we're going to be ready to fit this, cut the hole in the hull, seal our through hull fitting. Nice Riva quality stuff, all pretty and blue, and oh, so we're gonna get at her. Girls, we're down in the hole now, and the goal here is we got to get the intercooler out, which involves taking the pipe off the water box. We've got 2 1-inch hoses. We've got a tiny hose on the top. I took this hose off of my supercharger rather than the intercooler down here because I'm going to pull it out with the intercooler to give me more room. And then you've got your pipe going to your throttle body from the back side here. 2 straps on the top of the intercooler, and we're just about ready to get that out. And then we'll show you what's involved to get that resonator box out of there. Really good. Oh. Just in case you guys couldn't see in the hole there very good, here's your hoses, your 3, and then your 2 big ones. So you got 5 in total and 2 straps. Intercooler is now out. Move this pipe out of the way. So what you have is a strap holding the resonator, sorry. And then we got to get down here in the bottom corner, and where it goes out into the jet pump area, we got to loosen that top hose clamp, pop that, and then we'll be able to extract this thing. And why these companies do I still got a question why these foolish companies do stuff like this. So there's stock exhaust on a Sea-Doo, made of plastic, being replaced with the Riva aluminum pipe. But why these guys don't make this stuff out of aluminum to start with is just beyond me. Like, if you have water failure that your exhaust is being cooled, this melts immediately. Plus it takes up all the space in the back of the hull, and it just looks stupid. So anyway, it's out. This here is pretty much the only struggle, but new machines, I gotta say, this thing's a treat to work on compared to the other one. So we've now got the new pipe ready to go in, and we'll start the assembly and putting her all back together. So I'll get at her, get this all set up, and you can see what it looks like once it's installed. So the kit comes with nice instructions, I will say that. And we're now ready to cut our hole through the hull, which, you know, kind of nerve-wracking. $20-some thousand machine. We're going to cut a 3-inch hole through the back of it. But here's our template with the instructions. 3-inch hole saw. We're about to do some damage. Need a new battery right off the bat. Alright, so we've got our 3-inch hole made. The next step is to seat your gasket onto your exhaust flange, I guess we'll call it. And I left the tape on the one side because I'm probably going to end up backing this off to mark my holes to drill for the fastenings. But the next step is to put this in, get it square, get it marked so you can drill it. And then we're going to get the fastenings through. And it's not nuts, it's actually a plate that's threaded, so it'll all line up for you once you get your holes made. But it's going to be a deep reach from the inside to get this gear connected, so it's not going to be a whole lot of fun. So our through hull fitting is all installed. Quite a bit of a pain to get that lined up on the inside. 2-person job for sure. And we cheated a little bit here in the 90. Instead of putting that blocker through the hull, I just put the blocker in the pipe and put the clamp onto it. I'm not tearing all that IBR stuff apart for no reason right now. So you choose to do what you want, but that saves you major time in the job. And we've got a light in there. We're all fastened. Just about ready to put it back together and fire it up. Intercooler's valve back in. Next step's put the seat gear back together, hang the coolant bottle, and then we're going to be ready to hook the hose up and fire her up.
Saying something stupid.
Power button again. Well, it was a long afternoon, guys. The install time was pretty close to what they said. Even with my impact gear, you're running into a few troubles along the way. It took me 3.5 hours all said and done. Strong advisory. Don't over tighten these bolts. I'm actually going to back mine off a little bit here because the gasket's squishing out just a little bit more than I'd like to see it. But another strong suggestion: when you put this in the water for the first time, I'd definitely pull your seat. Make sure you got no leaks there before you head out, especially if you guys are, you know, all ocean riders. But don't worry about this exhaust system being too loud. It's pretty much the perfect remedy for this machine. Sounds great.